Episode 8 The Power of Dreaming.
In the last episode, we were discussing Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. I explained to you how, when you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary purpose, all your limitations disappear and you find yourself in a new, wonderful world. I'm going to discuss about dreaming. There are two types of dreaming. One is called daydreaming. The other one is the dream that we get when we are sleeping. From the childhood days, we used to be told, do not daydream. In my seminars and training programs, I keep telling my participants, dream. In fact, I tell them, dream the wildest of the dreams. In the recent past, Dr. Abdul Kalam has been carrying this message to the youngsters. He said, dream the impossible. Sometime back, I discussed the split brain theory when I mentioned that the human brain has two halves, the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. The left side of the brain is logical and sequential, whereas the right side of the brain is visualizing brain. Here is the place where we start daydreaming. Whenever we talk about future, when we have ambitions, when we talk about I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that, that is taking place on the right side of the brain. When I say this, I recall a quotation of T. Lawrence. All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their minds wake up in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act on their dreams with open eyes to make them possible. I'm going to tell you a real story which happened in the United States. It was 1963, July 24th. John F. Kennedy was the President of the United States. He invited some students to White House and the meeting was taking place in the Rose Garden of the White House. John F. Kennedy was asking the students what the dreams of the students were. One student said that he wants to become the President of the United States. And that student was Bill Clinton in the later years. You can download this video clipping from the YouTube where Bill Clinton narrates this wonderful incident that took place in his life. Isn't it amazing? Only human beings have the power to convert their dream into reality. All that you need to have is a strategy to convert the emotional right side dream into a strategy using the left side of the brain. This is the story of great people. A few years ago, I attended a meeting of Dr. Abdul Kalam in Chennai. He was addressing about 400 to 500 students, school students, and the topic was transforming India. He recalled a meeting that he had in Hyderabad where he had invited about 200 students belonging to tribal community. He said in that meeting, he was asking the students, what's your dream? Some students said they wanted to become engineers, some others said they want to become doctors, IAS officers. One student stood up and said, Mr. President, they say that the day is beautiful, world is beautiful, but I do not know because I am blind from birth. Mr. President, do you know what my dream? I want to become the first physically challenged president of this country. When he was saying this, Dr. Abdul Kalam was a little bit emotional. Dr. Kalam continued the story. He said he was following up with that boy what was happening, and the boy stood state first in the school final exam, and he got a free scholarship to MIT Boston, United States. He said the boy finished his MBA and he got a gold medal. And he got a wonderful job in one of the leading organizations of United States, a lucrative salary. And he said, the boy replied to that company, thank you very much for your offer. I have made up my mind to become the first physically challenged president of India. I am going back to my country. If I do not become the president of India, I'll come back to United States. All of us were stunned when we heard the real story from Dr. Abdul Kalam. This is Patanjali's Yoga Sutra in action. I repeat once again, when you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts break their bounds, your mind transcends limitations, your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great and wonderful world, dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. We'll see more such examples in the episodes to follow.
முறையில் தெளிவாய் கற்க நீ வா, கல்வியோடு கலைகள் அனைத்தும் எழிலாய் கற்க நீ வா. ABS விண்ணை தோட தன்னை தரும் ABS, வெற்றி தரும் மார்க்கம் ABS, சுற்றும் உலகின் உச்சம் காட்டும் ABS வித்யாலயா.
தரமான மெட்ரிக் பாடத்திட்டத்துடன் ABS வித்யாலயா திருவள்ளூர்.
வித்யா